Gdansk has a long and often complicated history. Because of its very strategic location on the Baltic Sea, there were many kingdoms, empires, eventually countries that wanted this location to themselves. Going all the way back to the conquest of the Teutonic Knights, all the way up to the tragic conflict between Germany and Poland in World War II, Gdansk was a stage for a lot of that. Wow, this is absolutely incredible. The very first view you get coming through the gate off of the bridge is just a perfect view of Długi Targ, which translates to Long Market. This is one of the most famous walkways here in Gdansk. Looking around this incredibly picturesque city of Gdansk, you can see so many different influences. There was a concerted effort to make it more Polish and more what it used to look like before the Prussian invasion. But even on top of that, again, because of the location, it's almost a Dutch or Danish or even Flemish feeling city. You feel like you could be in Belgium, you could be in Denmark, but you're in Poland. And that's the great thing about Poland, is that there's so many different cities that have had a chance to rebuild in a way. And this is just an incredibly beautiful country. We're really glad that we've gotten to see just a little bit of it. We already want to come back.
I am so obsessed with the buildings here. They're so colorful, and some of them even have painted frescoes on the side, like they're almost telling a story. I'm just so happy to be here.
We are at Neptune's fountain, which is basically the centerpiece of Długi Targ, the Long Market. This is obviously the tourist hotspot, so you see a lot of cafes, a lot of restaurants around here.
We've basically just been walking this one street so slowly because every building just demands your attention. There's so much detail to digest. There's also some great window shopping here, and oh, they even say Gdansk, and they have little doors.
There's obviously a lot more to Gdansk than just the Długi Targ, but it's hard to leave this place. After walking around Gdansk and kind of getting our surroundings over the past few days, the one thing I've really wanted to do is to get up into one of the towers that you can climb, because there's actually 3 towers, 2 of them churches, 1 at the town hall, that you can go to the top of to see an entire view of Gdansk. I think it'd be really cool to kind of just get a perspective of all the places we've been so far. I don't know which one to do though. St. Catherine's, St. Mary's, Town Hall. We're gonna figure it out. But if we make the wrong decision, be sure to place in the comment section, what is the best view in Gdansk? Tight spot. I think I'm the only one here because there's no way 2 people could go up and down at the same time in this thing. I think I'm about a quarter of the way up. There are a lot of stairs. As I entered the staircase, the guy at the ticket counter was like, good luck. It's not what you want to hear. Okay, so I made it all the way up the spiral staircase, and I'm now in the roof, which is kind of crazy to see, like the actual top of the church. And then this is the roof that encloses it. It's kind of all just hollow. I'm just really hoping that no bats fly out at me, because I could definitely see some bats hanging out up here. So close. Okay, wow, I definitely think we made the right decision coming to St. Mary's. That was an amazing view, and it was just a little platform on top of there. I think there were like 5 or 6 other people up there with me, and it was quite crowded. I was really surprised at how small it was. But because of that, there's nothing obstructing it. It's literally on the top of the church. So there's a complete 360 view of the entire city of Gdansk, and it was amazing. They say on a clear day you can see the Baltic Sea, and I saw it because just as I was going up there, it cleared up a little bit. It's kind of windy and cloudy today, so I was a little worried about that. But we definitely got it. We definitely saw the sea. I'm sure the town hall tower is nice too because it's actually a little bit taller, so you probably see a little bit further, but the thing is you're not as outside because you're still kind of enclosed in that bell tower. This might be the best one because you're literally just, you get a perfect unobstructed view, and I'm really happy I chose St. Mary's. It's a climb, very claustrophobic, and I've gotten used to that this year with climbing all these bell towers. The climb is worth it, and oh man, I'm so happy. That was one of the coolest views. There are so many can't miss streets here in Gdansk, but one of them is Mariacka Street. Now Mariacka Street's mostly jewelers. You're gonna find a lot of fine jewelry here, but even if you're not in the market for some new jewelry, a walk down Mariacka Street is well worth it. I think this is the best example of these cool houses. They're just so close to each other. It takes you all the way down to the Riverwalk.
At the end of Mariacka Street, you'll get to the Martva Wisla River.
Martva Wisla River. It's Martva.
Martva.
It's really hard, but that's what it is.
And on one side of the river, you've got the old town, the more old-looking, iconic buildings that we've been raving on and on about all day. Just across the river, there's some new developments happening, and you can tell that they're keeping with the style of the old town, but just in like a modern flair.
Gdansk is definitely a city that's in harmony with the water around it. Not only is it a port city, obviously, so that's a big part of the economy, but this river that goes through the city, people actually take their boats to go to different places. There's even a ferry, a public ferry that you can take to get down the river this way. The one thing that can be kind of tricky though is when you're walking around, sometimes it might look like you're really close to your destination, but you kind of have to zigzag through because there's two separate islands in the middle of the river, and there's not really bridges everywhere. In fact, the other night, I was trying to get back home. I was right on this other side, and I completely got cut off because the bridge I wanted to take went up for a sailboat. So some of the bridges actually go up to make room for the larger boats coming through. And it was like 15 minutes. I was just stranded on this side. So I can see if you would live here, that might be a nuisance at times, but it is beautiful, that's for sure.
Gdansk is so charming. It's again one of those places where I have to remind myself that people actually live here. It seems so magical.
Thank you so much for following along on our adventures in Gdansk today. If we missed anything, if you're from Poland, if you're from Gdansk specifically, please let us know because we will of course be back here. This city has swept us off our feet and we're so sad that we only have a couple days left. But in those couple of days, we're gonna be filming some more videos, so be sure to look out for some more Gdansk content as well. Gdansk might be our favorite city in Poland. We're still not sure yet because there's a couple places we haven't been to, but we're curious, what's your favorite city in Poland? Be sure to drop that in the comments as well. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it useful, please give us a like and a sub. That really helps us out in our mission to get our content to more people. Every single like, every single subscription really means the world to us. If you wouldn't mind, they're right down there. Thanks guys, and see you again soon.